Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. I promise you I'm not naked. I'm actually about to go lay out, have my bathing suit on, and I just thought that I would share with you guys my top 5 favorite foundations. I'm gonna share with you my recommendations for oily combo skin. So if you like things that keep you dewy and fresh and glowy, this recommendation rap sheet will not be for you. And again, I think foundation is so preferential. Like everyone, even if you have oily skin, maybe you like that glowy look, so you'll still use foundations that make you more dewy. I think if you're dry but you like the matte look, you might still pick foundations that give you the matte look. So again, I think we can chalk up people's personal preferences and recommendations based on just their specific, how they like their skin to look. But just that being said, I wanted to let you guys know that, again, all of the recommendations I'm going to be making today really are geared towards oily combo skin. So with that being said, let's get started. I do have like my top 5, as well as 2 honorable mentions. So if that sounds like your thing and you guys are interested in seeing what my recommendations are, just stay tuned and keep on watching. Little disclaimer before we start, I want to tell you guys a little bit about my skin type so that if this is not your skin type, these recommendations probably won't work for you. You know, foundation shades are so specific to skin color and undertone, but even aside from the foundation shades, the finish is really largely preference, as well as the foundations that I gravitate towards are usually matte or satin or silk, so that they kind of help some of my oiliness. They kind of keep it at bay. And that's just like, I don't like a super dewy finish, I guess because I'm so greasy naturally, that I tend to gravitate towards more of the matte look. So we'll start by saying that my skin type is oily combo. I think when I was younger, I, suffered from acne like every other, pubescent or adolescent teenager. And so I was using a lot of products on my skin that were for acne, and so that over dried my skin. And I think in turn my skin actually was more oily when I was younger due to me kind of stripping it. So I think as I got older, I've definitely become less greasy, but that mindset of that I always need to be doing things that are mattifying for my skin kind of stuck with me, because my skin really isn't that greasy anymore. I definitely have more combo skin where I'll kind of get oily like in my T-zone area, my forehead, and around like this area. And then the rest of the skin is pretty normal. So that's why I say I have like oily combo skin, because not all of it is oily, and I definitely think it's kind of started becoming more dry as I've aged, and also due to the climate I'm in. I'm in a desert climate right now here in LA. I'm gonna try and start off back here. I tend to lean in as I'm filming, but I don't want it to look like I'm naked the entire time. So, like I had mentioned, disclaimer, these are all for oily combo skin. And again, there's some beauty influencers that I highly respect and value their opinion, and I've tried some of their recommendations and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awful. So again, it's going to really depend on how your skin reacts to certain foundations, and not every foundation, even if you have oily combo, will work for your skin type. So just take all of my recommendations with a grain of salt. But if you do tend to like more of a matte finish, or have like concerns with your oil peeking through and trying to maintain kind of that matte finish throughout the day, then you will most likely love my recommendations. So I actually wanted to film this video a while ago, and the reason why I think I waited so long was even if I loved something, I might be out of it at the moment, and so like I never really had all of the recommendations that I wanted to film like available to me. So that was the case this time around as well, but because I'm unemployed right now and I have the time, I went and picked up the 2 foundations that I didn't have that I wanted to make my list. So that was the first thing, is I never had everything available to me, and I'm actually glad that I waited, because if I didn't, yes, two of the foundations that made it to my list I hadn't discovered yet. So I'm glad that I waited, because I really feel so confident with my current list. They're ones that I've repurchased, I've used over and over again. And then the 2 honorable mentions, one's kind of a newbie, but I really like it, so it was worth mentioning even though it didn't make it to my top 5 list. And then the other one, my other honorable mention, which I'll get to at the end, was really one that I had loved and was initially in my top 5, but as I found better ones, that became more of a back burner, and I realized it kind of was heavier than a lot of my other full coverage foundations. So it made it to an honorable mention, but it's not one that I probably would repurchase, but I still like it and I would still recommend it, if that makes sense. So without further ado, let's start with my first one. I know a lot of people will be like, they'll start with their least favorite of their top 5 and move up, but I'm not going to do that, because again, all 5 are ones that I used on a rotating daily basis, and I love all of them pretty much the same, with the exception of this one, which is my absolute favorite. So this one is the Innisfree. It's not gonna focus because it's focusing on my face. That's okay. I will have everything in the description box below, but I just want to show you what it looks like. It has this beautiful frosted glass case, and it is one, it's really funny, most are like 1 fluid ounce. They want it to be a little bit better, so it's 1.01 fluid ounces. And this I would describe, in fact, I believe, yeah, okay, so it's actually in its title. It's the Innisfree Velvet Cover Foundation. Now, if you're not familiar with Innisfree, it is one of the best K-beauty brands, up-and-coming K-beauty brands, so it's still on that indie kind of basis, but Sephora, I'm just going to open up my notes here. Sephora did pick this up, so it is available, and everything in their skincare line, I believe they only have a couple of actual beauty products and makeup, so it's mainly a skincare line, which anytime skincare makes a foundation, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, give it to me yesterday, because I just feel like they're more focused on skincare ingredients, and so I was super excited to see that Innisfree had a foundation shade. So without further ado, let me tell you a little bit about this foundation and the price point and the shade range and what I love about it. So first off, again, you can purchase this on Sephora.com or Innisfree.com. I always recommend going to the actual brand's website, because sometimes for some reason it's cheaper. Although I know if you're gonna buy like a couple different makeup products, you probably could score free shipping through like Sephora or Ulta, but this is available on Innisfree.com and Sephora.com. You guys, it only retails for $20, which is such an amazing price for such a beautiful product. It's the velvet cover, so I would say that it's got like a velvet slash silk foundation. One of the main things I love about this foundation is the finish. A lot of foundations for oily combo skin give you a really matte finish where there's no luminosity to the skin at all. It can make your skin kind of look dull and make the skin look older than it is. Anytime there's like a silk finish or like just something, a demi matte, I love that because it gives you a tad bit of luminosity to the skin without it looking so flat. So that's one of the things I love about this is the finish, the longevity of the wear, the price point, which is $20. I just think that's amazing for a high-end foundation that you can purchase from Sephora. Most Sephora foundations on the low end will start at $30 and will go upwards of $40 to $50. So I really think $20 is super fair. There is 30 different shades, which I think is a pretty nice balance of shade range. And I think I told you it's a semi-matte finish. And the other thing, which some people will hate, but I actually absolutely love it, I don't tend to love scent in skincare, and I know a lot of people say it's a no-no. This actually it's infused with a green tea serum. Like I mentioned, it's a K-beauty brand, so it's got the most refreshing little scent to it, and it goes away once you blend it out on the skin, so it's not like you're smelling it all day, but it just smells so good. It's not a chemical kind of smell or anything like that. Some foundations, like, oh my gosh, the Huda Beauty one, it smelled like paint thinner. I'm like, even if I love this finish, I would not put something on my skin that smells this horrible. So love this product. It's probably my favorite. I have 3 different shades. This one is N21. They have a neutral line, a warm line, and a cool tone line. So definitely, know what is your undertone. And can't recommend that one enough. That's probably my holy grail favorite. Next up, I'm gonna have to talk about this because I've repurchased the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation so many times that it just had to make it to my top 5. And again, love these products, almost the same. I just like that this is a demi matte, where this really is a true matte foundation. This is great again for oily combination skin, so if you have greasy skin, this will definitely hold back some of that oiliness that tends to peek through on us oily combo gals throughout the day. This has a beautiful shade range, 50 different shades, so you for sure will be able to find your shade in this collection. I believe that they're always expanding it. I think they started with like 30 something and now it's up to 50. So there was, I believe I was initially 180 and now they came out with a 185, and this is really like a dead match on my skin. So love this. They did come out with a dewy line, so if you like the Fenty Beauty line, but this was a little too matte for you, definitely check out their dewy formula. So this is more of a soft matte, so it's not gonna make you dead. Like I used to love the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, but oh my gosh, that foundation slid all over my face. It would apply beautifully, a little cakey looking, a little very flat looking, but oh my gosh, it would just break up on my skin. My skin would eat that foundation and spit it back out immediately. So again, this gives you that matte coverage, but it's a really soft, filtered matte look. The other thing I love about it is it's long wear, shine doesn't break throughout the day. It's a full coverage foundation, but it wears light, and that's tried and true for most of the recommendations I have here today. They are mainly full coverage. Some say medium, but I would say most of these are full coverage, but they wear light on the skin where it doesn't feel cakey, it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't feel like you have pounds of makeup on your skin. So that's what I love about this one too. Again, all cruelty-free. I believe Fenty Beauty is all cruelty-free. And again, good for oily combo skin. This one retails for $35. Again, still a really nice price point for a high-end foundation. And love, love, love this. This is like my 3rd bottle. Next up, I want to talk about this, which you can tell it's almost done. I don't know if you could see it from the side, but love that it's a pump. So as you don't have to go scraping at the bottom. As you get to the bottom of it, it will start doing this suction action thing. So this one's actually just about out. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation. This is not a CC cream. It's not a BB cream. It is actually a full coverage moisturizer. I know, try and wrap your brain around that. A full coverage, not foundation, a moisturizer. So if you are someone that forgets to take off your makeup, sleeps in your makeup, is a really bad girl when it comes to like taking off your makeup, you're gonna love this. Because again, this is a brand that I believe is mainly made up of dermatologists. They have a lot of skincare in their collection, and so when they made a foundation, and really any skincare brand that does this, you should run, not walk, to try it out. I don't know if it'll be good, but I just trust that they know what they're doing. So this foundation, sorry, the lighting is kind of bad in here. It's the middle of the day, so it's a little blown out. This one, what I love about it is formulated by dermatologists. It's clinically tested. It's not only super hydrating, but it's anti-aging with 3D Skin Flex. I guess that's their technology. I wear the shade Fair Light. One of the things I don't love about this is the shade range is extremely limited with only 12 shades. And again, I love this so much, but I understand that it won't work for everybody because you just may not find your shade. So that's what stinks. This is such an amazing product. Why they don't expand their shade range when it's so popular, I'm not sure. I do know that this is extremely good about kind of blending into your skin tone, so maybe it could work for you. I know it's supposed to have that technology that kind of changes to your skin. But yeah, this also has, if I didn't mention, SPF 50 in it. So again, you can wear this to the beach if you're someone that's like, I'm gonna go lay out right now and I want a little makeup on, a little coverage at the beach. Perfect. It's not only a moisturizer, so it's hydrating, but it'll also give you that protection from the sun. So again, full coverage moisturizer, SPF 50. Again, this is lightly scented. It smells almost like eucalyptus or tea tree, so it has like a more medicinal smell. It's not like chemically or super sweet or anything. So I do like the scent. I feel like I'm putting on something good for my skin. Also balances out redness, helps with pore size, dark spots, breakouts, fine lines, and it's anti-aging. It's like everything you want in a skincare / foundation. So I love this. Again, wish they would expand their shade range to beyond 12 shades, but that's kind of where they're at for now. And this is more pricey. It's probably the most expensive foundation in my collection at $39.50. However, they sell this at Ulta. You can always use a coupon if you have one, or last time I did their 30 Days of Beauty and they had this half off. So I got this. I wish I got more than one for like 20 bucks. So worth it. And again, if you're someone that's like, you don't like your boyfriend to see, you know, you without makeup on or anything, and you have to sleep in your makeup or just something like that, this is the foundation that you want to do it in. I remember when I had just started dating this guy, it's not like my skin's bad, but you know, I just felt weird about taking off my makeup right away initially, and I actually slept in this and I did not break out. So if you're gonna do that, if you're someone that's like, oh my gosh, I'm dating someone new, I don't wanna like take off all my makeup, and you wanna sleep in it, this is the one you wanna do it in because it will be very gentle on your skin. So that's my third choice. Last two in my top 5 are drugstore finds. Yay! So these you can find at a Target, a Walmart, a CVS. They will also sell these at Ulta as well because they have like a little drugstore section. But oh my gosh, when I tried this, I was so impressed with this. I'm sorry the sticker's stuck on, but it was just giving me hell to take it off. So suspend your disbelief that that sticker is not right there. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation. This is a 24-hour wear, and one of my favorite things about this foundation is the longevity of it. It will last all day. I was so impressed with like the fact that it stayed on. I mean, I set all of my foundations with a powder just because I'm greasy to begin with, but I was so impressed with not only the coverage, but the longevity of this foundation. This is only $10, you guys. You can find this again at Target. I bought this one at CVS, and I actually had like a buy one, get one half off on foundation, so I probably paid even less than $10 for this. Again, mentioned it's very, very full coverage. If you have bad skin, this will hide pretty much any kind of blemish, imperfection you have. Long wear, again, it boasts 24 hours. I would say that's pretty much, I know people that have done wear tests. That seems to be true with this one. This is dermatologist tested. It won't clog pores, so I can never say that word, but it's like non-cosmogenic. This has 28 shades, so pretty good collection for a drugstore foundation. I like a lot of Maybelline's foundations, but this by far is my favorite. It's probably my third or fourth bottle of this, and it lasts for forever. This is only 1 fluid ounce. For some reason, I guess because it's so full coverage, I feel like this lasts me like 4 or 5 months. No joke. Okay, and last one in my top 5. This one is the CoverGirl Clean Matte. It is under the umbrella of a BB cream. This is for oily skin. They have a formula for dewy / sensitive skin, I believe. I am in the shade 520. I believe there's only 6 shades in this, which is so small of a shade range. However, again, this is one of those foundations that because the coverage is really sheer and light, it kind of like blends into your skin, and I really feel like this foundation can morph into pretty much any skin tone. Again, it's not going to be perfect for everyone. I wish they had a bigger collection or shade range, but some of the things this boasts is it's oil-free, won't clog pores, suitable for sensitive skin, and it lasts all day. This is actually the foundation that I'm wearing right now. I just take the tiniest little bit of this, put it on my skin, I set it with powder, and again, it lasts all day. So it's not going to be as high coverage as probably something like the Superstay, but still really, really good coverage for a BB cream. Pretty full coverage. Another thing I wrote that I loved about this is it really keeps your shine at bay. I mean, you guys can see right now, I just put it on this morning, but no shine. And it's really breathable and really lightweight, which I love. Again, under $10. This is on sale at Walmart and Target for $6.99, so around $7. But I know at other places it can go upwards, like at Ulta, up to $10. So around $7 to $10. Love, love, love that one. And last but not least, my 2 honorable mentions. The first one is Ciate London's Extraordinary Foundation. This says it's a radiant buildable coverage foundation. This is super hydrating. It kind of reminds me of the hydration factor in the Bye Bye foundation. It says it's foundation, but again, I want to say it gives that really breathable coverage where it's full coverage, but it feels so lightweight on the skin. Again, a pump. It does not have a scent. It's a super big bottle. This is a 1.69. That is an incredible amount of product, so almost double all of these other ones. And this one retails for $34, so on par with the Fenty. The Fenty's $35. This has 20 shades, so pretty good shade range. It is a satin finish. So what I liked about this is I put it on, it feels really lightweight even though it's full coverage, and you get that satin finish. So it gives a little luminosity to skin, still looks like real skin, but does not give you a super dewy or shiny finish. I still feel like this really holds my greasy, oily skin at bay throughout the day, and I really like the finish. It says Radiant Buildable Coverage Foundation. Ciate London, if you don't know them, they are based obviously out of the UK, and first of all, you guys can't see, but the packaging is quite luxurious. It says Extraordinary Foundation, and there's these little stars in it. You might be able to tell from this angle. And the stars are actually open, so it shows the foundation color through it. So the rest of the packaging is kind of like this peach nude, really luxurious, kind of silky finish contraption container. And then, you know, if this were a darker shade, you'd be able to see the color foundation through it. So I believe I'm the lightest because your girl is white. This is shade 101N Porcelain. So I am the lightest shade here. Again, cruelty free, and all of their products are really good. They're kind of like, a lot of their things are to give you that really radiant, glowy, dewy skin. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like this. It's gonna be too dewy. it's not. It really is a satin kind of coverage. And last but not least, this is the one that almost got kicked off my list. It initially was in my top 5, but has since been replaced. I really loved this when it came out, and in fact, I actually got a little baby one of these from Sephora. I believe it is like in a play box or something, and I purchased the full size, so it goes to show that samples do work. So this is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. I believe this is not a new product. It is a reformulation of an old product called just like Velvet Skin or something, and they reformulated it and they came out with the Matte Velvet Skin. It is super full coverage. The only reason why I still want to give this an honorable mention, because I still really like it and I will finish it up, where it loses points for me is it does, to me, feel heavier on the skin. Even the consistency when you squeeze it is super, super thick. So when you're putting it on, a little bit goes a really long way. I think that's why I've had it for so long. So it is long wear. There's 18 shades and it retails for $38. So I think that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, drop them below. If not, I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.